What is up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. This is my main event breakdown and prediction for Noche UFC. We have Valentina Shevchenko going against Alexa Grasso 2.
I need all the wins, yeah. All that and all that is. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out.
And we are back for another breakdown and prediction video for the main event. This week we are breaking the main event down for Noche UFC, a very good card, a card that I'm very much looking forward to. We have a title fight that is not a pay-per-view, so that's going to be fun. We have the flyweight championship here where, Valentina's looking to get her title back after losing it earlier this year. So yeah, really fun fight here. I'm really looking forward to this. Before we break it down, if you guys can please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. It is always much appreciated. But yeah, I say we get into this matchup, the rematch, and we're going to start with Valentina Shevchenko, the challenger, who is 35 years old, 5'5", with a 65.5-inch reach, 23-4, and 4-1 in her last 5 fights. Alexa Grasso, 30 years old, 5'5", with a 66-inch reach, 16-3 and 5-0 in her last 5 fights. We'll take a look at the odds, much different from last time. So Valentina Shevchenko opened up at -275 this time around back in late August. She is currently sitting -160. And then Alexa Grasso opened up +235. She is currently sitting as a +140 underdog. So right off the bat, like I said, these are much different odds than we saw last time. So I'm taking a look at the odds last time around, and it looks like the last time these two fought, which was March of this year, Valentina Shevchenko opened up -550 in that fight, and she closed as a -600 favorite, anywhere from -600 to even 1,200 out there. And then Alexa Grasso opened up +400. She closed from anywhere from a +450 to +750 underdog on some books. So yeah, Valentina was as high as a -1,000 favorite in that last fight. And I think, what's important with this fight, with this rematch, is just looking into the last fight. Like, it's not like this last fight that they had was a very long time ago. The last time when these two fought, it was literally, 6 months ago. So I think, going back and watching that fight is something that's, very important in terms of breaking it down and kind of seeing how that fight played out. So yeah, I went back and watched the fight, and here's kind of what I thought of it. So we'll kind of go round by round here. So in the first round, it was a very close round, in my opinion. In terms of the numbers, Valentina did outstrike Alexa Grasso in that first round, 26-24. And Alexa Grasso did a lot of, hitting air. She wasn't really connecting much. She did complete her significant strikes at a 36% accuracy. But Alexa Grasso did have the biggest moment of the first round. And I did ultimately score the first round for Alexa Grasso, as did all 3 of the judges. So the first round goes to Grasso. She hit a lot of air, but she ended up hitting Valentina very clean, very hard. I think it was late first round there. So Alexa Grasso's up 1-0 going into the second round. The second round comes around. Valentina Shevchenko, starts implementing the wrestling. She's able to get Alexa Grasso down, and she's able to control her for 3 minutes in that second round. Valentina's able to get into the crucifix position, and it looks like it's kind of the beginning of the end. But Alexa Grasso was able to survive, eventually work her way back up. And yeah, Valentina, cleanly wins the second round. I scored the second round for Valentina, as did all 3 of the judges. So my scorecard is, tied up 1-1 going into the third, as, and all the judges agree with that. So going into the third round, Valentina looks to be, finally coming into her own in terms of the striking. She actually outlands Alexa Grasso in this round at distance, 22-13 at distance there for Shevchenko. But, she does go out there and get 2 more takedowns. So it was kind of weird. Shevchenko took down Alexa Grasso in that third round. And it was like a couple seconds later, not a couple seconds, maybe, 20, 30 seconds later, Herzog just like randomly stands him up. And I'm like, what's going on? And Valentina was like surprised, like why is he standing them up? And even DC was like, why is he standing them up? Valentina worked hard for the takedown, why put him back up? And then right after, Herzog stood him up, Valentina went for another takedown, completed the takedown, and then Alexa Grasso landed like a blatant, up kick, illegal up kick where, Shevchenko was grounded and, Herzog didn't even bat an eye, but, Shevchenko was able to, get on top and then ultimately secure that third round as well. So I had it, 2-1 going into the fourth round, and as did all of the judges as well. And then the fourth round comes around. Valentina's up 2-1 going into the fourth, and Valentina's looking really good here in the striking. In terms of the numbers at distance, Valentina's outlanding Grasso 22-12 in this round. She's doing very good. She's looking very, very good in this round. And then all of a sudden with, about a minute 30 left or so, Alexa Grasso, closes the distance. Shevchenko's has her back against the cage, and she does like a spinning back kick, exposes her back, and Alexa Grasso takes the back and chokes her out. But I mean, it was clear as day that Valentina was clearly winning this fight, and I'm not sure what the live odds were. But I think they were heavily in favor of Valentina Shevchenko. I think they were like minus 1,000 to be honest. But yeah, Valentina was on her way to winning the fight, and then just that one mistake was enough for Alexa Grasso to catch her, take her back, and choke her out. And I will say, Alexa Grasso has made so many improvements in the grappling. That's something that she has struggled with throughout her career, and that's something she even struggled with, with Valentina. Valentina was able to take her down 4 times. She was able to control Alexa Grasso for over 5 minutes of that fight. So yeah, the takedown defense is definitely a red flag on the Grasso side, but her grappling just looks a lot better. Like it was, I think like the second or third round, the end of the second or third round, I forget which round it was, but Alexa Grasso had a guillotine locked in on Valentina Shevchenko, and there was only like 10 seconds left. So, Shef was able to survive, but, Alexa Grasso is dangerous on the mat. I kind of thought, I think it was the Wood fight, the Joanne Wood fight was maybe like a one-off, because that was actually, I think that was Grasso's first or maybe second submission ever. But no, her grappling actually is getting much better, and that's something Valentina is going to have to be very wary of in this fight. So, like I said, we have Valentina minus 160, Grasso plus 140. These odds look a lot different than they did back in March. And in terms of a prediction for me, I mean, I think just by, watching the last fight, seeing how the last fight went, seeing how, Valentina Shevchenko was winning both the striking exchanges and the grappling exchanges, the wrestling exchange. She was winning everything possible. It was just that one mistake and that one slip up that caught her there. So, yeah, I got to go Valentina here. I know a lot of people are going to disagree. I think Alexa Grasso is going to be a very, very, very popular dog this week, and I think this line is going to keep closing up. But I got to go Valentina here. I think she's better everywhere. I mean, it's you have to go back and watch the last fight. I mean, you could look at the numbers and see that Valentina outlanded Grasso in every round. But just going back and watching it, seeing that yes, she's doing the better work. Over the course of the fight, but it was that one mistake, that one slip up, and it cost her the fight. So, yeah, I got to go Valentina here. I actually think she wins by decision. If there's a finish in this fight, I actually think it's probably another Grasso sub, to be honest. Like, I don't see Valentina finishing Alexa Grasso. Like, even if she gets in that crucifix position, I think Alexa Grasso's ground game has improved enough. She's going to be able to survive. And I guess that's the one thing I'm kind of worried about is Alexa Grasso, maybe a guillotine, or if she is able to take the back again, which, it would definitely be a problem. But, I do have to go Valentina here, and Valentina by decision. There are some props out for this fight. I don't have really much interest in any props here, but the fight goes to decision is minus 120. The fight doesn't go as minus 110. I do lean towards this fight going to decision. But yeah, no props really sticking out. I mean, if you like Grasso, maybe I'd say Grasso by submission, but they're going to be all over it. Yeah, Grasso by submission's only plus 350, which is pretty wild because Grasso by submission the last time these fighters fought it had to be like something crazy, like plus 1,400 or something. So yeah, you're not going to get a lot of value on that Grasso sub prop this time around, but I'll take Valentina. And if I was to play it, I probably would just play the money line. I wouldn't mess around with any props there. But yeah, it should be a fun fight nonetheless. There are people saying, Valentina's washed and all that. I don't think so. We just saw her fight and fight well in her last fight. But, she did slip up and get caught. So we'll see what happens this time around. But give me Valentina Shevchenko. Give me her by decision. Thank you all for watching. Let me know who you guys have down in the comments. And then also, I'll be posting my full card breakdown and prediction video for Noche UFC. That should be out on Tuesday, so be on the lookout for that. Like, subscribe, and best of luck for Noche UFC. Talk to you guys very soon. See ya.